Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. I'm at the post office, but I moved from where I was parked, where I usually park, because there's a chance that I'll be crying in this video. All happy tears. So I'm okay with that. And, I don't want people pulling up beside me and seeing that. I'm afraid somebody would say, "Are you all right?" So, yeah, it's been a tearful morning, but again, all for good reasons. So I'm anxious to tell you a little bit about that. But then I want to remind you that this is a Friday. Derek just left. He's on his way to, where the hell is he going? Nashville. And Skylar's in school. She'll be picked up by her mom after school. And last night, I woke up at like 2:45, and it dawned on me, Phoenix. I have to take care of Phoenix. We always forget about Skylar's guinea pig. When one time Derek and Skylar were already in Nashville, they had gone together, and he calls me later that day. He goes, "We forgot about Phoenix." That was the first time that I babysat. I'm like, "I'll take care of him." So I go pick him up and I bring him to my apartment, so I won't be alone this weekend. It's easier if I just bring him to my apartment so I can make sure he's all taken care of, and it gives me something to talk to. Oh, Derek and I recorded last night for the video that's coming out. It's premiering Monday, February 13, 7 p.m. Central, and this is 2023. So if you're watching this video in the future, that's all done. But we had a good time recording. I think we did okay. We couldn't let loose like I would like because the video is about his ribbon cutting, and, if chamber people watch, I don't know. I'm on the fence about, I don't know. It's hard. I mean, absolutely understand that since this was about a ribbon cutting with the chamber people there, I'm not an idiot. We're not going to let loose and just swear. But Derek actually did. I did it a couple times, but I whispered the swear word. Like that matters. But anyway, I think you guys will like the video, and it's going to be during the video when it premieres at 7 p.m. on the 13th. There's a live chat on the side, so you guys can ask questions. I'm excited about that. I'm going to be going to Derek's apartment and doing that. I know it's just going to be a fun evening. I hope many of you join us on that chat. And it's going to be Derek and I talking. And then I think I'll do the slideshow next with some awesome photos that the photographer, Danny Day, took. And then Derek's speech will be at the end. And we can chat throughout that entire video, and which should be at least 45 minutes. I wanted it long, so in case some people can't be there right at 7, they can come in and join the chat. And then as soon as the video's done, it stops. The chat stops. So I hope you guys join us. I really do. I'm going to have a good time. I plan on having a seltzer during that as a big treat. And I might bring some butter. So there's that. We recorded, and there's a story in there that you might like. Never dreamed I'd have that kind of story in his ribbon cutting video, but there's a story there, so you don't want to miss it. Now, this morning I woke up to Derek posting some pictures on his blog, and there's one in particular, well, they all, but there's one in particular, and this is where I'm going to need this shit. I just looked at it, and it just, instantly made me cry, because, and I'll show you the picture right now. Those of you who know me, you know that I have a hard time with pictures, because usually pictures just remind me of bad stuff, or the pictures might be of people who were good in my life, but they're dead, So it makes me very sad to look at pictures, but this picture, when I saw it, all I could think of, it had nothing to do with the ribbon cutting. All I saw were 3 people who have worked very hard to make their lives better, and 2 adults who really got through a lot of shit. And then there's Skylar, who is doing so many good things with having had it, you know, somewhat rough. I always say it. There's a reason that Skylar's with Derek, you know. It's hard for me to explain anything about Skylar because she's a minor and I'm respectful of that. And it's just not something I can talk about at this point. I'm sure that there will be a day I will be talking a lot about all of this when she's of age and with her permission and all things like that. But she goes to therapy. She's doing really well. And Derek and I, Derek grew up in the same house as I did. He was pretty much, raised by his grandmother, my narcissistic mother, because I was out drinking all the time. So I see those two adults sitting there at a table with this awesome 14-year-old between us, and I can look at her and feel hope. And the same with me and Derek. I feel hope. I feel hope for us. The stuff that I've been feeling all my life, I really do feel like that's over. And now I feel like I can talk about it without crying. But again, these are happy tears because of that photo. I can talk about it without feeling the pain. There's no pain. There's no anger. There's just hope. And that picture did it for me. I mean, I just saw people who survived, who are survivors, who are hopeful, and who went through a lot. And again, Derek grew up with a narcissistic grandmother and also a drunk teenage mother who drank up until he was in his early 20s. So that sucked for him. That sucked for him. But when I look at us, I say those are two people who love each other and respect each other, have each other's back, and have fun together. We have fun together. We laugh about shit, and we both love Skylar. She loves both of us. It's the first time I think that I ever can look at a picture and see goodness. So Danny, I know you don't probably realize it, but when you take pictures like that, it's not just about the event that you're taking pictures of. It's the fact that you actually can capture moments that, do something like this to me. And I appreciate it so much that we have so many awesome pictures of that day. Just the day that the three of us were together. I don't give a shit about the ribbon cutting part of it. So I just wanted to tell you guys that. Do go to Derek's Facebook page, just his regular profile, and you'll see all the awesome pictures. I will have some of those pictures at the end of the video that we did. Okay, let me take a mini break. I take it back. The crying isn't done because I do want to read a nice comment that I got under one of Derek's pictures. And, it's not like I'm trying to say I'm all that, like she said, in a way. But I just want to let you know that there are kind people. And this was validating to me because of the next to the last line. Darlene, you look wonderful in this pic. I don't know which flatters you more, the smile or the outfit. That smile was real. I've never seen horizontal lines create such beauty. I think she means because my shirt had horizontal lines. I don't know. An excellent choice to show how much weight you've lost. The smile shows the love and pride for your son, as you should be. To raise such an outstanding son while living in the house from hell shows what a remarkable job you did. Keep on keeping on. We love you. I like that somebody can say the house from hell, because I have a lot of people who still treat me like I'm lying about the whole thing, especially relatives, because they didn't see it, and so it's easy for people to think, what the hell is she fucking talking about? Her mother wasn't like that, never around us. But the thing is with my mother, because she was also histrionic personality disorder, she did let her true colors show. Usually narcissists don't let anyone see that side of them, only the people that they're intentionally hurting. But my mother, I could talk about that again some other time, histrionic personality disorder. And I know a lot of you might say, well then how come you don't leave comments on so you can hear more things like that? And it's because I do get the other side of that also. And I try so hard to explain to people the whole thing about negative comments. I seriously feel bad for the people who are doing that. I also feel bad knowing that there's so many not so nice people in this world. I hate knowing that. If I have comments off, I can just pretend that everything is nice, that people are only saying nice things to me, to others, to everyone, that people aren't being complete assholes and leaving stupid opinions that mean nothing to anyone. And I know people say, but you just can't ignore that. Just ignore that. You can't ignore something once you've seen it and read it. You know, you just can't. And I don't take those things personally. I have been called horrible things. I don't take it personally. I take it where it makes me so sad that that even exists in this world. I don't understand it. I haven't said this in a long time, but I've been online for 23 years. There wasn't much social media, if any, when I first started. In 23 years and in over 8 years on YouTube, I have never given anyone a thumbs down, even. It is not in me to put that on anyone. Now, if I were to see a video or something where somebody is doing something harmful, horrible, whatever, I'm still not going to bother with the thumbs down, especially on YouTube, because that only counts for engagement. It is not looked at differently. It's just engagement. It's not bad. It's not good. Engagement. But no, if I saw something awful, I would report it. It doesn't mean that I just agree with everything I watch. And if I don't like somebody's video, I just move on. I don't need to feel like I put a damper on somebody. I don't know. So with comments off, and I do dabble with the idea of putting them back on, but I think it would be way too soon for me. I'm just newly healing. I don't need to add that sadness to my day. But I just want to, let you know, what people are like. I know you know. I'm sure you know. So here's one specifically about my turning comments off. The only reason, and this was on Derek's channel, the only reason I would have loved to comment on your mom's channel is because she's hysterically funny. I laugh out loud. And then she says a bunch of stuff about my mother that I'm not going to say. And then she ends with, but to me, watching a video about self-help without being able to comment is pointless. So it's like, you like those things about me. You watch the videos, but it's pointless for me to do those videos because you can't comment. When I watch somebody's video, I'm not saying, hey, I want to see who I can comment on today or tonight. I watch because I want to watch the content. I'm not upset if I can't leave a comment. And I very rarely leave comments anywhere, ever. Because you know me, I never know how a comment can be taken. But like I did leave some on Derek's pictures because he's my son and I'm his mother. I'm not, going to not comment on that. But, it's just, again, it's like, to me, it's just, I don't know. I don't understand. I don't get it. I just don't get it. If you like watching me and I'm funny to you and I make you laugh hysterically, why does it upset you that you can't tell me that? I don't get it. Oh, and this one I knew I was going to start getting this, and I get it often. When I feel up, when I feel happy, when I start doing blogs where I'm having a good day, this is just one, and it's very, very quick. And again, it's on Derek's channel. I hope she's not drinking. She looks puffy. I can't argue with the puffy part. But I get people who always accuse me of drinking. This isn't an accusation. She's making it sound like, oh, I hope she's not drinking, but means that she thinks it's possible that I'm drinking. You guys know, I'm never going to say I'm never going to drink. I can't say that. I don't know. But I can say that you guys would know, because I'd tell you. That's one of the things that makes me stay on the straight and narrow. I don't want to have that story to share. So again, I don't understand people who want to say something like that without even knowing if that's a possibility. I don't know. I just think for some ex-drunks, I think that could be a trigger or something. I don't know. But I have had people, really spell it out, that I look like I'm drinking or I'm close to drinking. You need to do this, you need to do that. It's like, what the fuck, people? So no, I'm not drinking. And I know I mentioned something like that in the video that's going to be coming out with Derek. Oh, I said I felt like I had a hangover the next day because of the, the stress and all the stuff of the ribbon cutting. And then we had a concert to go to that night for the choir. And, it was just, I had been up since I was, been up early and didn't sleep well. And so I felt like I had a hangover. And, when I said that, I was like, but I didn't. I have to, it's like, I know people are going to start rumors. Oh, Darlene's drinking and she won't admit it. But I'm not drinking. I'm just not. But the puffy part, yeah, I'm puffy. I'm puffy. I'm getting less puffy. Let me just toss this one in. Oh my fucking God, Derek. Tell your mother to stop eating the butter by the cube. I'm a nurse and she's going to fucking kill herself. This is insanity. And, yeah, my choice if I want to die by butter. Totally my choice. You just look at it like I'm experimenting to help others. If I fucking die because of butter, then people will know not to do what I'm doing. Oh, and this one. Yes, Darlene, I hope someday you might open up to comments. I am going through some crappy stuff and you are my RX. No one can make me laugh out loud like you do. I am older than you, but I like you. I don't always use the right scissors. Oh, but like you, I don't always use the right scissors in life. She's talking about when I cut my hair, probably with dull scissors or school scissors or the dull knives that I used at one time. And I remember this, was kind of like a trigger to me. I hope someday you might open up to comments. Nobody can understand how that can be a trigger because it just sounds so just like a normal comment. But the thing is that, again, I would rather people just focus on the fact that I make them laugh and make that be the good part of my videos and not make me feel like I'm kind of failing in some way because I'm not taking that next step. I had comments on for several years, like, I don't know, 5 years. I had enough of that shit. Jeez, give me permission to just be myself and to walk through this career on YouTube the way I need to. It's just sad that people have to, I don't know. Do we have another one? I did want to mention the one with Derek. Let me see if there's any others I wanted to read. Darlene, I was just watching you talk about comments people left on your Growing Up Crazy channel. She's commenting on a video that I did. I realize your title is all wrong. You're still crazy. I believe you're the narcissist. And let's point out that none of these yours are the correct your. I believe you're the narcissist that you accuse your mother of being. Guess what? This ain't all about you, although for some reason you believe it is. You want to sit back, collect your checks, she's talking about YouTube payments, bitch about all your subs, and spend their money on beef. I loved your channel on quilting. I unsubbed several times because I couldn't take your Debbie Downer all about your attitude. Now I'm done. Get help. I don't get it. First of all, it's funny that, she said that I'm spending all your money, all my subs money on beef. Because I didn't spend any subscribers' money. Subscribers don't pay to watch my videos. I spent my money that I earned by creating videos, giving people content, so I've had a lot of people, especially at the beginning, people would say, you wouldn't be anywhere without us. I would still be somewhere. I would have been somewhere with other people, nice people, I give myself credit for the hard work I do. Do I appreciate my audience? Absolutely. And I understand that without people watching, I wouldn't be earning money. But I put that pressure on myself. I don't want the pressure to be on people, strangers. Geez, I want you to watch my stuff so I can buy more beef. I put the pressure on me. If people aren't watching and I'm beefless, I have to find a way to create different content. I'm not even going to say better, just say different, so whatever. But yeah, and then, people to want to put that all on me, it's like, I know my regular audience. I know you guys don't think I'm just making all this shit up and that I'm lying all the time or that I'm the narcissist. Anyway, it's just a small sample of the stuff that I get. And those things, like I said, even if it's not personal, if I don't take it personally, that's a lot of negativity that I don't need to read. I don't need to know that there are people out there in this world who are like that. I don't get it. So it makes me feel very good that I'm not that person that would do that to someone. Makes me feel very good. It also makes me know that I am being true to myself, because I know when I put something out, I know if it's going to ruffle feathers, cause a reaction, all those things. And I am very proud of myself that I take those risks. I know that I'm not holding back. Well, I do hold back to some extent. Oh my God. And so let me read this one, because I knew this was going to be a sore spot for many people. When Derek and I did a video together, and at the end he looked like, oh my God, this wasn't recording. I felt the blood rush. And I was like, and I called him. I looked at him and I said, you motherfucker, when I realized that that was a joke. And that's how I talk, people. Do you think I would talk like that to Derek if I didn't think he would know absolutely 100% that that's just me? And do you think I really meant it in that way? It's all humor. It's humor. But then I did feel like, are you sure? Because we talked about it after. I'm like, are you sure you want me to leave that in? He's like, yes, Ma. That's just, it's like, yes. He wanted that part of me in that. He knew he was going to get some kind of a reaction by scaring me, making me think that we weren't recording all that time. I don't understand why people can't look at that. Some do. And just see the love and humor between two people. But so here's what one person wrote. Oh my God, am I recording? Oh my God. I told him in that video, I'm always worried that I'm not actually recording, but I am. I would never call my son a motherfucker. She didn't use the word fucker. She used F, capital F, space ER. I felt sorry for Derek. I have been watching you for years, and I felt this was just awful to call him that. Very disappointed in your behavior. And then again, I had some people, stand up for me. Seriously? They were just having fun, like a mom and her grown son? Lighten up, it's all good. You certainly wouldn't survive 2 seconds in my grandparents' home. My parents and grandparents' home. We're Italian, enough said. And then this other person said, people have different relationships. My mom and I banter all the time. It's our way of expressing our love for each other. See, some people get it. But I know there were so many who probably were shocked by that, and I promise you, that didn't hurt him at all. He knows me. I love that about him, that he can find the humor in that he thinks it's funny. I love to be able to be myself. Can you imagine if I couldn't be myself with my own son? And he can be himself with me. I wasn't mad at him for scaring me. It was all good. And I'm going to tell you a little story. I really, oh my God, I'm just so in a recording mood. I feel so good and free and happy. And a lot of people are going to get very sick of this. I had a friend for a long time, and she wasn't one to swear. She was brought up that you don't do that. And I am one to swear. One thing I give my parents credit for is we all had a sense of humor in that family. And I think it helped all of us get through everything that we were going through. Even my mother, very funny person. I'm going to give that to her. When there were good times, it could be really, really good, but always in the back of my head that this is going to collapse at any moment, so it's like people say, well, didn't you have any good times? Sure. And almost made it sadder because I couldn't have those good times all the time, it was going to be all of a sudden the calm before the storm, that kind of thing. I had a friend and I couldn't swear around her because, I respected that she didn't. So I didn't. It's not that I couldn't, but I, didn't want to put that on her. And I'm no longer friends with that person. And when the friendship ended, I, started like looking at all these other things that I used to think about, because I thought it's funny how people see it as good and bad. She didn't swear, and I could be okay with that. But then I was the one that had to respect that. And it's like, why couldn't she respect me for who I am? And it is because people see swearing as a bad thing. Who's putting the negativity on that? That person. When I call Derek a motherfucker, there's nothing negative there in that room. It's all love and humor. The only people who have issues with it are people who want to see the negative in stuff. There's no negativity there. Not in my world. There never will be. And just like the video that I did yesterday, I don't even know what channel, I think it was yesterday, talking about me swearing in front of Skylar. I want Skylar to know how to swear when it's the right time and when it's funny. I swore in the car when somebody was beeping their horn. And I yelled it at the top of my lungs because, Skylar was there, so I wanted us to have fun. And I said, screaming it, stop the fucking knocking. And the whole thing that tore us up is that I said the wrong word. I said knocking instead of honking. And I'll never forget how much we laughed and would like catch a glance at each other, and it just would start us right back. We probably laughed for 10 minutes solid, and I will never forget it. I will never forget how much fun we had in that moment. But I have people who see that as a negative thing. They see the fact that I said fucking in front of my 14-year-old granddaughter, who I can promise you knows all the words that I know. Not all of them did I teach her. They can pick that one word out and completely dismiss all that fucking love and laughter that we experienced together. I never want to be that negative person. And that's why I said again in a previous video, I will not allow negativity around me. That doesn't mean I can't listen to somebody's story. I just mean I can't have a friend who would be like, oh, look at that person. What do they think? Why are they wearing that? I can't listen to that shit anymore. I just want niceness. I want to be surrounded by niceness. So I'll stick to my motherfucking son. Because he's very, very nice to me. I think he's a very nice person in general. It's not just because he's my son. and I think I am too. I just think it was that was hidden for a long time. And oh my God, I just went on forever. I'm sorry, you guys. See, I shouldn't apologize for that. I have to learn not to apologize for being myself. I'm just going to say bye now. Thank you so much for watching. And make sure you go to the video if you're watching this before that video, Monday, 2/13, 7 p.m. Central on Derek's channel. Bye.